Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to our continuation of Ella and Alec's story, aka a modern day Cinderella. Alec. What happens next is a blur. I recall more impressions than anything else. There's a darkened alley, a well-lit sidewalk. Some older gent who jumps out of my way. All the while, Ella stays at my side. No matter what, both Ella and I stay focused on the striped tail of the Cheshire Cat. And just when I think I'm about to pounce and grab him, the feline leaps out of the way. In the rush of running, I catch more quick moments, crossing a busy street without a crossing light. As cars screech to a halt, a cabbie yells, "Go back to the prairie, you freaks!" Ella and I end up in Central Park again. A chair scales up at a particularly large oak. Ella and I stand by the base, our hands braced on our knees, gasping for breath. We're not alone either. About 50 white mice encircle the trunk as well. These little ones don't seem winded at all. I gesture to our tiny friends. "What is that?" "My swarm magic," replies Ella. She sucks in a few deep breaths before going on. "I was sending it out to work on Chesh, but I caught others instead." Her face brightens with a smile. It makes sense that Ella would try to cast while running. I only wish I could have tried as well. On reflex, I check my pocket. The midnight diamond's still there, and it remains unreadable. Familiar voices echo through the darkened park. "Alec! Alec!" I force myself to stand. That's Legend and Diamond. Ella pales. "Oh no." She reaches up toward the branches. "Here, kitty, kitty." But I already know what she'll say next. "Cheshire's gone." I straighten the lapels on my tux. My parents warned me what would come next if I didn't play along. Worse trouble. Who knows when I'll get another chance to tell Ella how I really feel. Turning, I take Ella's hands in mine. "No matter what happens, know this. You are my choice. Mine. Nothing and no one can ever change that." A pause hangs in the air. I know Ella cares for me. Will she say it? Ella opens her mouth, closes it. Her body trembles. "I'm sorry," she whispers. "I know you're not there with me yet, Ella, and I understand. When you're ready, I will be here. Believe me." My parents step out of the shadows. Legend still wears his tuxedo. Diamond sports a silver gown. Legend is the first to speak. "We warned you, Alec. Your glass slipper ball will now take place next weekend," as Diamond. My mother rounds on Ella. "You're not invited." Legend loosens his bow tie. "You can go willingly or not, son. It's your choice." A line of wizards step out from the trees. The mice scatter. Smart move. I scan the many new faces. All of them are gemcasters, same as my parents. Plus, every last one wears a tuxedo or formal dress. That means they were all attending the autumn masquerade as well. They must have chased me here. Wizards aren't fans of physical activity as a rule. They'll be looking for any reason to separate me from my soul. All of which raises one of my personal battle rules. Know when to back off. Now is one of those times. I slap on my most winning smile. 20-1, eh? I'm honoured you think me so dangerous. "Alec," says Diamond. "I'll go willingly, obviously. On one condition. Ella stays safe." Legend nods. "She's free to go." At that moment, Ella presses something onto my palm. I shoot a quick glance at my hand. A small glass slipper rests there. My heart lightens. Ella and I lock gazes while the many wizards surround us. Emotions churn between us. Longing, sorrow, worry. Someone pushes my back. "Move on." "No need to be rude," I warn. Legend steps up. "Hands off my son." While Legend gets into a staring match with his own wizard, I slip Ella's glass slipper into my pocket and grasp the midnight diamond once more. Pretending to clear my throat, I pop the gem into my mouth, careful to keep it under my tongue. I've read how mind advice spells work. They won't ask me to talk anymore, but they will keep me as far away from gemstones as possible. Hiding my midnight diamond may be my only chance. Oh, it's so sad, guys. Let's continue. Ella. Was it only a few minutes ago I was sharing the most epic kiss ever? Why, yes, Yes, it was. And now, a horde of wizards march Alec away. I pull on my inner fey power. A small cloud of fairy dust hovers over my palm. I send it out to find Gustav. Sure, the mice ran away when the wizards showed. Still, they wouldn't have gone far. The silver mist flies off my hand and goes into nearby grasses. Gustav marches out. We lost the cat, says Gustav. I kneel. This way I can better chat with Gustav and still keep my voice low. You never know, a rogue wizard may still be lurking nearby. I'm not worried about that, I whisper. I need you to... On it, Ella! Gustav takes off in Alec's direction. Clever mouse. Rising, I brush some bits of grass off my skirts. Tonight was a disaster. Even so, I can handle this. In my heart, the fortress surrounded by my emotions grows taller than ever. There's no room for Alec. I must stay inside, alone, and protect my soul. All the while, I grip my little bag more tightly. If I'm so strong and solo, why? Why did I give Alec one of my glass slippers? Well, I did. It's done now. Turning, I scan the park, trying to figure out the fastest route to my new apartment and its creepy doll collection. That's when I see her. Marchesa. She still wears a black dress along with a disgusted look on her face. Hello, Ella. With a flick of her wrist, Marchesa tosses a small potion bottle to the ground. Green smoke balloons into the air. I try to run, but the spell is too fast. Plumes of emerald-coloured magic quickly surround me, and everything in my mind turns to black. When I wake up, my head's all groggy, like my skull's filled with cotton candy, and not in a good way either. Little by little, I become aware of my surroundings. I lay on a mouldy mattress. Condensation drips from the cracked ceiling to make patterns on my prairie dress. Some random water bottle sits nearby. Memories reappear. That's right. I was dressed up as Laura Ingalls Wilder for the autumn masquerade. Alec and I ran after the Cheshire Cat. That bit was cool. Alec got dragged away by his parents and a bunch of gemcasters. Thus begun the crappy part of my evening. The room comes into clearer focus. I'm in a bare basement made from concrete. A short flight of stairs is the only way in or out. A thin beam of light peeps out from under a wooden door. My heart sinks. I know where this is. Cinder Mercantile. The basement. The door swings open. Marchesa stands on the threshold. She steps down the stairs. A figure follows behind her. My eyes widen. It's a troll. I learned the hard way how potion masters work with trolls, so it's not surprising that Marchesa would have one handy. Even so, this guy's especially large and nasty. He has to move sideways just to step down the stairs. Marchesa pauses before me. Comfortable? She asks. Some questions don't deserve answers, which is why I ignore Marchesa. Instead of replying, I scooch backward until I'm sitting with my back against the wall. Then I spend some quality time picking bits of mould off my skirt. Missing this. Marchesa holds up a small bag. That gets my attention. I glare at her with all the rage that's inside me. That's mine. I'm aware, says Marchesa smoothly. She makes a great show of opening up the bag and pulling out a glass slipper and holding it up high. Sickly beams of light from the first floor dance through the tiny item. I remember when Kokogo fired these. He always had a talent for capturing little light inside glass. Her face creases into a false smile. Of course, he used your mother's design. She drops the slipper to the floor. Shock churns through my body. I gasp and scan the floor. My slipper. I inspect the nearby ground carefully. The thing got a little chipped, but it looks okay. Oh, says Marchesa. She slams a heel down on the slipper, smashing it into bits. The crunch of glass cuts through my heart. You're horrible, I say. Marchesa's mouth rounds into a sickly smile. She takes out the pumpkin, drops it on the floor, and crushes that one as well. Oops, she says. I lean against the wall once more. Marchesa just wants to upset me. No way will I give her the satisfaction again. Kicking my legs forward, I fold my arms over my chest. You never answered my question, I state. What do you want? Marchesa's eyes flash with anger. Good. If my sass ticks her off, that's what she's going to get. Diamond has a soft heart, says Marchesa. She insisted that I not hurt you. My stepmother counts on her fingers. No physical attacks, no poisons, no spells. I smack my lips. You getting to the point anytime soon? Marchesa's body shivers with rage. I consider this progress. It took me days. When I figured out how to end you while keeping my promises to Diamond. She opens her arms wide. Welcome to your tomb. It's warded to the hilt. No one can come to rescue you. I fake shiver. Ooh, you'll die of thirst. Here with Grunt to guard you. I focus more closely on my nobody. Turns out, Grunt is a 6-foot troll with a tiny round head and skin that's covered in green lumps. His arms and legs are thick as marble columns. A pair of heavy tusks jut out from his lower lip. God, says Grunt. And yes, his voice is definitely in the Grunt family of noises. Don't bother begging for mercy, as Marchesa. Grunt won't care. I mime writing in the air. No begging. Got it. You're so smug. And you think all the world's problems are someone else's fault. All the while it's you. There's crap I'll take from evil stepmothers, and it doesn't include a crack like that. Ho, there. How is it my fault that Mum got cancer and Dad died of a broken heart? I tap my cheek dramatically. Could it be perhaps that you're the one who won't own her own crap? Marchesa raises her fist. Declan was my true love. You chose to marry someone else. That's on you. Marchesa's mouth thins to an angry line. If there's one consolation for me, it's that I've timed your death to the day Alec gets bonded to Ivy. In an effort, I pretend that statement didn't hurt like hell. What do you mean? Diamond Legend moved the glass slipper ball to this Saturday. She points to the plastic bottle on the base of the mattress. You've enough water to last until then. Alec won't be choosing Ivy. I remember his words in Central Park. When you're ready, I will be here. Believe me. Marchesa chuckles. Really? Haven't you heard about Legend's greatest skill? A bolt of alarm rolls down my back. Everyone knows the spell Legend created, the mind vice. He wouldn't do that to Alec. You've no idea what it's like to lose your one true love. Yet, Legend knows. She pounds her fists against her chest. I know, and soon he'll join the club. She steps up a few stairs and pauses. And I haven't forgotten how you escaped last time. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out a little silver potion vial and tosses it onto the floor. Grey smoke fills the basement. The scent of charcoal assaults my lungs. When the haze clears, I'm encased in a small steel cage. I grip the bars, solid. That will block your magic, says Marchesa. I had it especially designed. Closing my eyes, I pull on my inner power. Nothing. As a warden, I'm used to a low serum magic coursing through me. Now I just feel empty. Marchesa grins, and this time the smile shows off her uneven teeth. That's right. No magic for you. And before you start to feel sorry for yourself, take heart. At least you'll die with your free will intact. No one can say the same for Alec. Marchesa stomps up the staircase and slams the door behind him. It's just me, Grunt, in semi-darkness. Worry presses in around me. I've been in some tight spots, sure. But nothing like this. Oh, no, guys, that's awful. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to think. It's very sad. Thank you for joining me for this episode, and many blessings.